What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here. Recently I've done a top durable homemade cases. Now I thought, why not do a waterproof edition? So here I've got 5 waterproof edition homemade cases, ranging from acrylic to just pure glue, balloon, sealing for food, and a regular Ziploc bag. We put these together real quick. Let's put $700 at risk to save $50 for a good waterproof case, because what's life without some risk? Now the acrylic one is probably the one we spent the most on. I'd say about $8 or so. All cheap, but will they work underwater, and how well will they work? If you don't want to spend the money on a case, here's what else you can use. All right, so first up, here's a vacuum sealed one. Basically, any vacuum sealer you use for food, we used for this iPhone. Very simple to do actually, and incredibly cheap. I'm actually very curious to see how this one will work. Next up, just latex balloons, the clearest we could find. I wanted to use something else, but this will have to do. So here's just a hot glue one. We applied hot glue to all of the ports, sealed it as tight as we could. The cameras do work, the buttons do work. This is just for when you go out swimming. You're obviously not going to need to charge it then. It can be removed easily later. Just a Ziploc bag. We will double Ziploc it. Let's see if we can trust the Ziploc brand, but all of these are working iPhone 6s models. Hopefully they will remain so after this video. And here is our custom-made acrylic, cut and fit to the iPhone 6s, sealed with sealant glue inside. Hopefully this will probably perform the best. Home button still works, it just requires a little pressure. But I'm liking this one. I think that it has a lot of potential here. All right, let's get to it. All right, first case, Ziploc bag. Who knows, this cheap alternative to a $50 waterproof case could be the best thing yet. So we got an iPhone 6s in here. It's actually pretty usable. So 3D touch can be used easily in here. Here you go.
Wait. I think we should do, oh look, there's already water in it.
No way.
Yeah, right there.
Damn. We literally just threw this in the pool and there's already water inside. So obviously it came in through here. This double seal, not gonna cut it with this guy. But the iPhone is unharmed right now. Close call here. Definitely do not trust one Ziploc bag with your device. I would say even 2 wouldn't work as well either. Next case. All right, so next up, iPhone 6s. Kind of hard to see in this food Ziploc bag, but it's definitely workable, and this seal seems pretty tight right here. I'm hoping this will work. So we got an iPhone 6s in here, still very usable. The ports are accessible on this guy. Let's test it out. There you go. Oh man, looks like that one has some. All right, seems like it's good. Let's let this guy drop to the bottom for a few minutes and see if we have any water in there. And this is 10 feet, so hopefully this works. And there it goes on its merry way. I don't know, this one was actually really simple. Like all it took was a few minutes. As long as you have one of the Ziplocs, you're good. All right, so we're gonna wait about 2-3 minutes here and see at 10 feet, which is above above and beyond what regular waterproof cases can do. Can this hold the pressure? Going down under, mate.
Put another shrimp on the barbie.
All right, so let's go ahead and recover this phone. It's been a few minutes. I'm actually curious. This one is the one I'm rooting for the most because of how simple it was. So Diari here is gonna go ahead and grab it. All right. So, wow, so it's still working. It's hard to say if there's any water in there, but it really doesn't feel like it. Not bad at all. So, still working. Seems like this is actually a very viable waterproof solution. So go ahead and use a food sealer and you got yourself a working waterproof case. Warning, do not trust me on this. This is my experience, it worked. Next case. Why would you ever want to use a waterproof case when you can easily make one like this at home? The power button is a little difficult to use, but it's still accessible. Same with the home button. You can still use it. We actually activated this because the power button is kind of hard to use. So one-time use here. You will have to peel it off, but it comes off extremely easily. Let's turn on the camera, let this thing drop to the bottom, and let's see how this guy fares. So we try to seal in every possible port on here. Let's see how well we did. And there she goes. The sun came out to greet us. It's a beautiful rainy day here in Oregon. But let's leave this guy on the bottom and see how regular hot glue does when applied to an iPhone used for waterproof purposes. All right, it's been about 3-4 minutes. I honestly haven't seen any bubbles come up on the phone on the way down, so I have a good feeling about this. All right, wow. So let's cut the recording. Oh my gosh, look at that. The screen is going haywire. Yeah, so water definitely did get inside this phone. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. It's like a static TV from the 1950s. Oh my gosh. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so I cannot stop the video for some reason. I can see moisture inside the camera module. Definitely not good. That's why this guy's freaking out. The touchscreen doesn't seem to work. It appears this was no match for 10 feet of water. Next case. So we got a little bit of a bigger balloon here. A small one didn't cut it quite well. All right, so it's a bit hard to see the screen, that's for sure. Definitely unusable with the camera, so that defeats the purpose. But the phone is there. Let's tie this right here. All right, so iPhone 6s in a balloon. And I don't think it wants to sink. So we're gonna hold it down in a little bit because it doesn't want to sink.
I'm gonna push it down with my foot.
All right, let me see it real quick. Yeah, that's definitely gonna hold it, but you know, it will keep your phone dry in the pool, but what's the point if you can't use it? Hey, it works though, and it keeps your phone afloat. So last case, let's check out that acrylic real quick. All right, so this is the one that's a little difficult to use, but we've got, it's hard to bring the control center up. Let's bring the brightness all the way up. And this is a 6S in this acrylic case. So it actually looks pretty cool, not bad. If we see any moisture in here, we will know. We try to seal it as best as we could. Every possible exit for the water. All right, so 10 feet. Let's see if it's a match for it. All right, in it goes. Wow, that thing dropped like a rock. So let's leave it for a few minutes. See if the water will get inside this one. All right, we are grabbing the last acrylic case after about 3 to 5 minutes inside the water. All right, so here it is. And hard to use the display. I think there's liquid on it. Oh, display still works. Cool. So I feel like I do see some liquid in there, but let me dry this off real quick. Yeah, the screen's not working for me anymore. There is condensation inside, so that may not be a good sign. Camera still works, so that's good at least. But wow, I actually expected better from you. Oh, screen has started working again, not bad. It is erratic though. But guys, there you go. So hopefully this video convinced you to go out and buy an actual waterproof case. Don't do this. This was probably not a good idea. Destroyed a couple good phones. Even though they're working right now, who knows what the water damage may have done to them. So go out, use the money, spend $50 to $100, but get yourself a nice waterproof case. But if you do want to do a waterproof homemade case, you can definitely use a food sealer, vacuum sealer, and it's actually a very cheap alternative to a case. But you know, spend the money, get a good one. Have a great day, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.